Right folks, very good morning. Now we're today just having a little wander around the kind of the newer part of where I live. So this is like the newer area. I've already said that. And the streets here are named after sort of West Highland sea lochs. So for example, this one here is Torridon Road. Now Torridon is famous because I have climbed Mount Torridon. Yes, I have, folks. That was one hill I climbed a long time ago, back in the 80s. There it is. So Torridon Road. And as I said, these are all sort of named after sea lochs. We've also got a Loch sort of place, and there's another couple of ones up here that we're going to have a look at. So here we have Loch Gardens. So here we have Loch Road. As I said, this is all the sort of the newer bungalowed residential sort of area. Really nice, quiet area here in West Fyne. I just live sort of over that way. I'm sort of in what they call the ghetto part of the ferryman. A little bit breezy there as it came through here. So we're still on lockdown, folks. Yep. Although I was reading somewhere the government are going to have a look and review this. They're going to review the situation. I am reviewing the situation. Yeah, right. So there we go. We'll get a couple more streets up here. Right. So I'm still on Torridon Road here, which goes all the sort of snakes along. I think Torridon Road is the main road, but here's Striven Place. Now Loch Striven is sort of up and over, sort of further away than the rest of them. Right, but the one we're looking for is Fyne. Fyne Road is the one we're looking for, folks, because Fyne Loch, or Loch Fyne, is famed for its oysters, similarly. So we want to find Fyne Road. Garten Street, named after the famous Loch Garten. Possibly Bluebin Bay. This is obviously dog walking territory I have wandered into here. There's loads of people with their dogs watching me here, man. So this is must be strange seeing somebody wandering out with the camera. So we're going covert. We're going covert, folks. Now this is Leven Street, which is named after Loch Leven, which is probably one of the most famous lochs that we have. There's a boat, man. Can you believe it? There's a boat there. Look. This is lovely. So there we go. Leven Street. Right, now Loch Leven is obviously one of the more famous lochs because it's got the island in the middle where Mary Queen of Scots was incarcerated. But more famous because we've been there, folks. Yes, we went over there with Karen and Brian, our American friends. We took them over to this Loch Leven. Had a great day. Went over in the boat. Brilliant fun, man. So there it is. That is Leven Street. So I'm leaving Leven Street. Right, folks, hello to that man and his dog there. We had a great conversation. I actually know him, but I can't remember his name. I forgot his name, but I know his wife. So hello there to you guys if you're watching the video. And I'm sorry, I forgot your name again. But your dog's called Meg. Okay. Right, we're going looking for Loch Fyne, which I think is this one just right here, actually. Here it is, folks. Fyne Road. It's a fine road indeed. There we go. Fyne Road. Yeah, so Fyne Road is named after Loch Fyne, which is in the West Highlands, which is particularly well renowned for its oysters. And fun enough, talking about oysters, there's a couple of oyster catchers right there, just as we speak. And the guy was telling me that they nest every year. They come in the nest in his house on the extension, and the noise, well, you can hear the noise. They do that constantly, and they crap everywhere, all over his car. And he said they are the bane of his life. And you know me, I like nature, but I can imagine that must do your head in there, man. But yeah, so anyway, Loch Fyne, oysters that come out of there are big, juicy, delicious ones, similarly. And it's something to do with the salt water or something like that. I'm not sure how oysters are formed or whatever, but that's they're watching me. The oyster catchers are watching me, man. Right, there we go then. So that was just a morning, sir. So just a little tour off the roads around the newer roads, the newer part of I think it's officially called West Balgillo, the name of the road. And as you can see, all the houses are actually lovely and nice, and there's not a bad house anywhere to be found in this lovely area. So we're just coming back onto Loch Gardens, and then that'll just take me back round to where I parked the car. Now when the sun's out, it's actually really nice, man. Very nice indeed. We've got a lost cat, folks. Barney. Okay, so hopefully Barney will be found. I've looked for Barney. Let's go boat again, folks. So a nice wooded area here, folks. This is ideal for all sorts of wildlife, birds, squirrels. Now we've actually got a woodpecker at the back of our house somewhere, man. You can hear it with his machine gun like beak, and I just don't know which part of the wood it's located, and I just can't seem to find it. The acoustics are weird. You hear it and it sounds like it's behind you, and then it moves across. Just, I don't know whether woodpeckers move from tree to tree or they stay at the same tree. I'm not too sure, man, but right, we're back at the car now. There we go. Post box. No ER on it. Next collection Monday. Right. Just got the crown on it. No initials. Right, we used to actually come up here on our bikes when we were young folks, exploring the area. So yeah, I remember that little grassy mound behind me there. So right, there we are then, folks. That is just a little tour, quick little tour off the newer part of. I mean, when I say new, this was all probably built in like just after the war, I would imagine, because this all used to be nurseries for trees and orchards and things. There used to be a famous grower here. I can't remember his name now, but he had all this part of the road. Well, that's why Nursery Road's called Nursery Road, because it was a nursery for all these trees and plants and herbs and things that you would grow there. But as I said, I can't remember his name now. Was it? Oh goodness me! I can't remember, folks. I'll find out and I'll put the name along the bottom here for you. Right, back into the Jagmobile. Ah, great! There we go. Lots of happy Easter signs out and sort of stones with hope written on them. So, in fact, folks, let's just hope the government is sensible and does something decent, and just says, right, okay, let's just calm this lockdown down and let's just get people out and about again, doing things. I know the death toll's coming down, and so the government tells us these things. You just don't know what to believe, though, do you? It's a hard one, folks, and I felt particularly sorry for kids yesterday with Easter, you know, because normally at Easter time we go out and, you know, we always take Chelsea Lee out somewhere and she rolls her egg. And remember that one we had at King's Barns where Chelsea threw the boiled egg at Bro and hit him on the head and he fell over. And, oh, the laugh we had, man, it was so funny. And there's still actually a bit of shell in my GoPro that I filmed on. It's still wedged in there. I've tried to howk out, but there's a micro bit of shell still in there. So great times at Easter. You know, Easter is a time of rebirth and regrowth where, you know, Jesus was in the cave and they rolled the stone when his body was gone. He came out as the redemption sort of thing, you know. Muhammad got spoken to in the cave by his God and told to go and spread the word and the prophecies and the things. So, you know, it's all about rebirth and trying to get out there and spread the word of health and happiness. And never have we become so aware of death, because, you know, we just take it I know we're all going to die, and everybody knows that. We all take that for granted, but this one now has made death very prevalent in our faces. Every day we wake up to death. You know, another person's gone, this is it, a death toll. And, you know, it's all you read about now is death. So it has made us all very aware of it. And after this lockdown, what was the world going to be like? Is it going to be a world of perspex barriers between us as we speak? We wear masks, hand sanitizers all the time. I just don't know what the world's going to be like. But, you know, as I said, at a time of regrowth and rebirth for everybody. So sorry, that's quite a long monologue then. Everybody just stay healthy. Everybody just try your best to just remain. It's very difficult for the soul, man. I find it really hard for me personally to stay in all the time, and you know, because I'm always zooming around the place doing stuff. But I don't know, man. It's just difficult one to call, isn't it? And you say something and somebody takes offence, and you know, you can't be. Oh, I don't even know if I'll put this up because somebody will probably say, oh, that's not right. And anyway, good wishes to you all. Daffy's man. Excellent. That's Edsall Street. Here we go. Right, this one's for my mate Frankie. Well, it's for everybody's mate. Frankie's everybody's mate. So this is Edsall Street, which is named after the street, which is named after. Right, so here it is, Edsall Street. Then now this was an unmade road and it was unnamed for a while, folks, until 1967. That's when Bet Brothers decided to come along here and build some bungalows on this, and they've named all the streets along here after villages in Fife. So we've got Leven, well, we've obviously seen that one, got Ceres Crescent, and there's Largo Street and a few other things. But Edsall Street has got a connection to Fox Mall Ramsey, the chap his name's synonymous with a lot of areas in and around the sort of the Brecon, that Edsall area. He was a famous sort of dude up there, and Lord Dalhousie as well. We've got Dalhousie Street along here too, folks. So a lot of sort of interconnections between places that are in the area, and the streets appear to be named after a lot of these sort of things. So there's a lot of thought goes into some names. You know, obviously you get like Church Street and Station Road and School Road, which are obviously named after school stations and churches. But I like names that have got a bit of sort of thought behind them. You know. And the whole, and when areas in particular have got a connection, like so we've got Edsall, Dalhousie, Leven, Largo, all that kind of stuff. Brilliant stuff. I love it. Folks, Hazelton Way. There we go. Now then. Now, as I was telling you there, these houses were all built in the 1960s. Apart from this little area here, folks, this area called Hazelton Way. This wasn't anything. This was just ground. It was just sort of like, well, it was just ground basically. And it wasn't until 1990 that Betts came along and started building houses on here as well. And my mate Maddie Allen, he lives in one of these houses somewhere. I'm not sure, I can't remember now, but they've got a lot of people in their gardens, folks, and people watching me now. So as I say, I'm trying to go covert, but it's very difficult. For God's sake, I wasn't recording there, man. Did a massive monologue and it wasn't recording. I can't remember what I was talking about now. Something about the cemetery. Right, hang on then. People come out. Let's people hang on. Let's stop while I do this. I'm so lonely. Isolation. I'm so lonely. Isolation. Been driven crazy. Oh, it's all so hazy. Isolation, I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely. Isolation. I've been driven crazy by isolation. Isolation of the mind can drive you crazy. Isolation of the brain can make it hazy. Isolation is the one that's going to be the death of us all. as the death toll of the bell. Bang.